Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you are coming on, I want you to hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag Lolly Dolly everybody. I hope I don't sneeze during the live. You know how you can just feel it coming on? I hope I don't sneeze during the live. I might end up sneezing. If y'all see me over here like, it's like, oh, here you go, get it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're live. If you're coming on, please hit that live button. Hit that like button. Hit the share button. And tag Lolly Dolly everybody. And let them know. Prophet Ramonepreston, the Ramonepreston Show, and the squad. We are live in his house on this beautiful Monday. When it comes to work days, Monday is my favorite day. I'm telling you, when Saturday and Sunday is around, I'm like, man, I can't wait till Monday. I'm just so excited about Monday because we get to start another work week. We get to set goals and targets for how many people we can touch and live, love, and lead to the next level. So I'm always excited about Monday. So happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that your Monday is going amazing so far. If for some reason your Monday is not going amazing, let's pray. Just bow your head right where you're at. Father, touch them now in Jesus' name. Amen. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. Listen, do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, let them know we're live. We have an amazing series of discussions that we're going to have this week on the show. We have some amazing offers. I mean, some of the best offers that we have ever had for our products, our services, our programs, and even for our live virtual and in-person events. So I want you to take some notes. I want you to make preparation. You might need to figure out how you can capture as much of the information that we're sharing this week and attach it to whatever the live events, virtual events, programs, services that you're going to make a decision to connect to. So if you're hitting the like button, if you're hitting the share button, thank you so much. Shout out to all of our social media family members and friends, those of you on Facebook, those of you on YouTube. If for some reason you are on Facebook or some other social media platform and ain't nobody liking, ain't nobody sharing, ain't nobody tagging, ain't nobody commenting, ain't nobody doing nothing, I want you to come over to YouTube because it seems like YouTube is winning right now. We have over 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. And based on the analytics that our in-house expert continues to give us, we are trending close to maybe 1,000 subscribers a month. And so thank all of you for your participation. Thank you for your support. Thank y'all for being a part of what we're doing. I was having a conversation yesterday with a young man and was just telling him how what we are doing through this show and through our company, specifically through our consulting, our coaching, and our online training. I was just sharing with the young man that what we're doing is really a part of an assignment that God has given to me to bring economic deliverance and breakthrough to his people. And so I'm super excited about what's happening, not just with us, but what's happening with so many of you that we're connecting to. So if you hit the like button, if you've hit the share button, could you drop the name of the city that you're representing, the name of the city that you're watching us from? Let us know where you at if you're out there in the world. Now, if you're with Richard Branson, hopefully you ain't stuck at the border or the edge of space. If you with Elon Musk, hopefully you're not over there in Mars with the Martians. And y'all gonna have to excuse my little stuffy nose. I've been going through the last couple of days with this little stuffy here. And it ain't Rona. The devil is a lie. Rona and her cuz better go head on somewhere. But I'm here. You hear my nose? It's stopped up, ain't it? Oh my God. I mean, my whole nose is just stopped up. Eyes getting watery, like allergies and just, I don't know, whatever. Huh? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe I had the AC too cold this week.
And it's cold. cold in here.
It's always cool in here. I love it though. I love the AC. I love the cold air. So whatever it is, it shall pass. It shall pass. It shall pass. This too shall pass. So this stuffy nose is going to pass. And just don't mind the stuffy nose. Just listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. All right? So for those of you that don't know, my name is Ramonepreston. And I'm the host of the Ramonepreston Show. And every Monday through Friday, we bring you information to help you properly start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. And so all the information that we share with you on this show is an extension of our consulting group, our coaching program, and our online training university. So it's not like this is information we just copied and pasted off of Google. It's not just information that you can just find anywhere, not in depth. Although there's a lot of information out there in the world on social media and Google searches and maybe on Wikipedia and other platforms. But a lot of this information is based on work that we have done personally and even as a company, and success that we have been able to achieve and results that we have been able to get and obtain for our clients that we have worked with. So there's a lot of like mathematical calculations. There's a lot of surveying and studying and analytics that go behind the information that I share. I'm like a numbers person, so I like to know the numbers about what we're doing. I like to know some of the analytics and at least have some form of data and history to show what works and what doesn't work. So you can just rest assured, whatever it is that I'm sharing with you on this show is either something that I have lived or I am living and I'm seeing results from, and I want to share that with you. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. This week, we're going to dedicate all of our discussions Monday through Friday we're going to dedicate it around our business coaching masterminds. Now, if you don't know, we have a 1-year business coaching program, okay? And with that 1-year business coaching program, one of the benefits we provide and offer our clients is business coaching masterminds. These are group coaching masterminds that we host every quarter. And so we're preparing to host our upcoming quarterly business coaching mastermind on Saturday, August the 21st. About 5.5 weeks from now, we're going to be hosting our next business coaching mastermind. And so some of the things that we do in our business coaching mastermind is we come together, of course, in person and virtual, and there are certain topics that we like to highlight and address. And we provide one-on-one and even group assessments, meaning that we take a deep dive into the businesses or the organizations that are represented at that time. And if there's some roadblocks that someone is having, if there's like a blind spot that somebody has, or if there's a goal that somebody wants to reach that they're having a hard time strategizing for it, we deep dive in those masterminds. We have hosted several workshops, boot camps, and masterminds in the past. And these business coaching masterminds are exclusive to our business coaching clients. However, because of the demand that we have had, meaning that people really want to be a part of these sessions. People really want to come into an atmosphere where other business owners and entrepreneurs and investors and individuals who want financial freedom are coming together to pursue those dreams collectively. And so we wanted to make sure that we not only give you an opportunity to be a part of our business coaching masterminds, whether you are a coaching client or not, because if you're not a coaching client, you have an opportunity to have a 2-for-1 offer, meaning that we're offering two 2 business coaching masterminds for the price of 1. That means we're going to give you access to our last business coaching mastermind, which is a virtual platform that we have captured that information. And we're going to give you access to our upcoming one virtually. If you want to come in person, there's a link that you can click to join us in person or virtually. But if you're joining us virtually, you're going to have access to 2. As a matter of fact, if you're coming in person and you would like access to our previous business coaching mastermind, that might be something I'll consider if you at least if you sign up today. So you got to sign up, you got to let me know, and all the links you can find in the comments. If you need more information about it, be sure to look in the comments, because anything that I'm offering, you can always find the link in the comments to what I'm offering. Any question that you have or any type of information you need, you can look in the comments and you can pull one of those numbers, and you can feel free to text those numbers, your question, text whatever area or item you want more information on. Let's say if you want more information on the coaching, if you want more information on the mastermind, if you want more information about our online training program, all you have to do is take that number, text that item, or just call us and we'll provide more information for you. So again, shout out to all of you that are continuing to support the show. I think this has been, what, 6 months? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah. Okay, so the end of this month will be 6 months. So we're probably at like 5.5 months since we launched the Ramonepreston show. That was around the end of January that we launched the show. And wow, what a great response we have gotten. Tens of thousands of views on YouTube. We have had so many hits, emails, inboxes, questions, comments, feedback from so many people just within the last 5.5 months. And so the proof is in the pudding. So if people were not responding, if people were not joining our coaching program, if people were not purchasing our blueprint, if people were not attending any of our live or virtual events, then maybe what we talking about don't mean nothing. Or maybe what we talking about ain't worth nothing. But because we got proof to show that what we are talking about is relevant and it's relative to what so many of you want to do, which is you want to start holding companies. You want to start real businesses. You want to structure your businesses or holding companies correctly. You want to scale them, meaning that you want to make money. You want to see financial freedom. You want to build wealth. You want to create a legacy for you and your family. That's why all this information is so important. So this week, every day, I'm going to take at least one segment from our business coaching mastermind, and I'm going to share some of that information with you. Now, again, keep in mind, if you join one of our business coaching masterminds, meaning that if you click the link and make a decision to join us, the upcoming virtual business coaching mastermind, in it, you have access to 2 masterminds, which means that this information that I'm going to be sharing with you today, some of this information is coming from the last business coaching mastermind we hosted. But if you purchase this information from the last one, you're also getting a link and a personal access to our upcoming one. So you're going to have access to 2 business coaching masterminds. They're only $29.99. I'm talking about for $30, you're getting almost 10 hours of information, deep diving. And with the upcoming one that's live, even if you're virtual, guess what? You can ask questions. We have team members that are in the chats. During our live sessions, you can ask questions. You could get some feedback. If you want us to quickly assess your business or the structure of your business, we could provide that during the mastermind. That's what the mastermind is about. And I think one of the biggest perks a lot of people overlook in these masterminds is the networking opportunity. The opportunity you get to network with other people who are doing business and who might be able to connect with you and partner with you. So this week we're talking about the Business Coaching Mastermind: Solutions, Strategies, and Secrets. So first and foremost, if you've never understood what a mastermind is, especially a business coaching mastermind, let me simplify it on this first day of this week-long series. Let me simplify it by saying that a mastermind is basically a group of individuals who have decided to come together because they're all individually and collectively pursuing certain things as a whole. So that means when I become a part of a mastermind and I'm pursuing financial freedom, other people who are a part of that mastermind have come together because individually they're pursuing financial freedom and collectively we're pursuing financial freedom. So there are a lot of different masterminds or groups or circles of influence that people create to come together for certain purposes. It could be good or bad. But the premise, the foundation of a mastermind is really for you and I as human beings to come together. I'm gonna give you a real professional definition of a mastermind. A mastermind describes a human system of networks that work as inner circles of influence with multiple layers of relationships. So that's what a mastermind is. The primary purpose behind the concept of the mastermind is to collectively bring together, watch this, the minds of those who seek to master specific areas of their lives. So think about that. When you become a part of a mastermind, you make the decision to come together with other individuals so that you all collectively can bring your minds together with the expectation and the intention to master certain areas of your lives. And so for me, as a business consultant and business coach, I have the objective, I have the intention, I have a purpose to bring the minds of certain people together who want to master this thing called business, who want to master this thing called financial literacy, who want to master this thing called biblical wealth building. So it doesn't mean that there are other areas of our lives that are not important. It just means, as important as certain areas of our lives are, when we broke, when we struggling, when we don't have pots to pee in or windows to throw them out, we can't really focus on those other areas because we have economic issues that prevent us from focusing on it. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You can have a beautiful spouse, you can have beautiful children, you can have an amazing family, but guess what? None of those things are really at the top of your mind like they should be when you got money issues, when you got economic challenges. I know some of the greatest couples in the world. They can't get along with each other, not really because they don't love each other, but because they so broke and they struggle so much that the pressure that they're up under prevents them from even being able to spend time with each other and have a decent relationship with each other. Families are broken because of that. As a matter of fact, if you look at some of the statistics of divorce, some of the statistics of dysfunctional relationships, they all lean toward financial issues being one of the top 2 or 3 issues that create that divorce or that dysfunction. And so my purpose of bringing all that up is to give you more of a reason to make being a part of masterminds that much more important to you. Like, it needs to be a priority to you. Even if it's not our mastermind, you need to be a part of a mastermind because it's more than just an event. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living. It's something that you make the decision to do so that you can become a better version of yourself. So again, if you have any questions, I want you to drop the questions in the comments. If you have some feedback that you want to give me, please drop it in the comments, because there's a lot of information that I'm going to be sharing with you throughout this week, and it's all centered around this thing called a mastermind, business, wealth building. I want you to really be a part of an infrastructure, a circle. I want you to put yourself in a better context. You know, I heard somebody say it just the other day, and I know it's been said so many times before. If you want to know who a person is or how a person thinks, look at the closest 5 people around them. Well, guess what? Those closest 5 people around you shouldn't just be family. It shouldn't just be cuz and auntie and mama them and the kids. Those close 5 people shouldn't even be just people you grew up in high school with, or in the hood with, or y'all was neighbors when y'all was kids. You got to put yourself around people who are either where you want to be, or they're eager to pursue to get to where you want to be, so that together y'all can start getting to where you want to be, and you might be able to attract people who are already there. Because nobody who's winning wants to be around people who's losing. Nobody who's succeeding wants to be around people who are failing. So think about it. If you looked at the closest 5 or 10 people in your life right now, how many of them are pursuing what you're pursuing? How many of them think about money the way you think about money? How many of them are excited about business the way you're excited about business? Are any of them thinking about money? Are any of them pursuing anything in business? Or are they all just goofing off, waiting for some Brinks bag to fall out the sky, or waiting for God to show them the lottery numbers in their dream? Like, what are they sitting around waiting on? Or are they really banging out every day, grinding, making the most of their time so that they can continue to move forward? If you ain't got them kind of people around you, guess what? You need to direct your mind toward people in certain circles who want to master certain areas of life. I want to be around people who are thinking like that. I want to surround myself with people who are going to challenge my mind to grow and to expand, and challenge me to become a better version of myself, not just in any area. That means I could be a part of a mastermind, and the mastermind is centered around, like kickboxing. Like, kickboxing ain't gonna do me no good. So I don't necessarily need to be a part of a mastermind for kickboxing. I'm not gonna be a part of a mastermind for painting wall art or something, because I'm not into that. That's not what I want to pursue. But if it's a group of people who talking about becoming billionaires, if it's a group of people who talking about owning holding companies and building organizational enterprises and dominating economics so that they can establish something for themselves and for their family, I want to be a part of that group. I want to check the box to say, listen, I might not be where I want to be, but at least I'm in close proximity to people who going to challenge me to get to where I know I want to be and I should be. So that's the basis. That's the premise of a mastermind. Now, the last mastermind that we hosted, there are so many things that I covered. I covered things like you finding your identity as an individual in terms of like your professional identity, you being an entrepreneur, an intrapreneur, a business owner, or an investor. We talked a lot about identity. We talked a lot about financial literacy, the role financial literacy plays in a business or in the life of an entrepreneur. We also talked about creative funding strategies. I shared a lot of information about creative ways to get funding for your business, or strategies that you need to implement to find new money, basically not just from new deals, but new money from the old money or the current money that you're bringing in. There's a lot of money that most people who are working on jobs and who are entrepreneurs, there's a lot of money they leave on the table. And those are a lot of strategies that I like to deep dive and talk about in our business coaching masterminds. And you might be saying, okay, well, give me an example of money that we missing and we overlooking. Well, you could be paying too much in taxes as a W-2 employee. So if you're paying too much in taxes, that means you leaving money on the table. So we need to create strategies on how you can minimize your tax liability, maximize your profitability based on your W-2 job. What are some other examples? Here's some other examples. You could be losing money or not leveraging certain tax advantages even as an entrepreneur. Let me give an example. Statistics show that the average person loses about $75 a day when they don't own a business. Think about that. So if you are an employee and or an independent contractor, that means you could be a real estate agent, an insurance agent, a network marketer. This is heavy for a lot of network marketers because a lot of network marketers, they know some of the fundamentals of financial literacy, but a lot of them don't understand the tax strategies behind their financial literacy. And so because of that, they could be losing about $75 a day just because they don't have their businesses set up and structured correctly. Because you could probably look at your expenses right now today. Let's say if you're working on a job, and let's say you also do some type of independent contracting. You're a 1099, right? You're an independent contractor. Well, if you look at your expense list, I guarantee you, if we sit down and look at your expense list, I can identify with things that you're paying for every day, every week, every month that could be tax advantages and deductions on the other side of your ledger. But because you don't have your business set up and structured the right way, number one, you can't see it. You don't even know where your money going. So these are a lot of things that I talk about even in our business coaching masterminds. Our last mastermind, we took a lot of time to talk about goals, how you structure your days. I think personally, and I've seen it in my own life, that when you set goals and you can structure each of your days based on those goals, it takes away all the white spaces you typically have in your day. So that means you can look at your daily calendar, like on your phone, your Google Calendar, your iPhone, Apple Calendar, whatever type of calendar you use. And the more white spaces you have on your calendar, on your daily calendar, your daily schedule, the more white spaces you have, it is a reflection of the less you have identified and clearly defined your goals, if that makes sense. So the more I clearly define my goals, the less white space I have on my calendar. I hope that makes sense to you. I want you to kind of process what I just said. So if I set clearly defined goals, what I want to do for this year, what does that look like for this year? How am I going to do it? The more I set clearly defined goals, the less white space I have on my calendar, because the more things I have to do every day of every week of every month in order to accomplish the goals that I set for that calendar year. So we talk a lot about that in our business coaching mastermind. One of the most important topics that we talked about, and I'm going to follow up with some of this in our next business coaching mastermind, is on the first 5 actions, or the 5 first actions in business. So this past Friday, when we were ending our week, last Friday on the show, one of the questions, what was one of the questions? It was like, what are the first things we should do in the first 90 days or something? Somebody asked the question. Say what?
It was for the holding company.
Somebody was asking a question about like what should I do in the first 90 days of starting my business or starting my holding company? Yeah, the simple answer was sell something. I mean, that's the simple answer, sell something. But there's a more mechanical way of breaking that down so you can actually understand how you're going to sell something and what selling something actually looks like. See, everything, once you start learning the type of principles that I'm teaching, everything is going to become a numbers game for you. Everything is going to become like an analytical process for you that you now understand. I got to break that thing down all the way to the nitty gritty, like grandma used to say, in order to figure it out. So that's why last Friday we were talking about the first 5 actions in business. Now, if you do have a question about your holding company, if you have a question about your finances, if you have a question about certain issues that you might be having, it might be, income issues. You're not making enough money, or you're not keeping enough money that you're making. Whatever the issues are, you might not know enough about tax strategies. You might not know enough about accounting. All of these things I'm covering, not just in our masterminds, but I cover in a lot of our live and virtual events. I cover all through every program and service that we provide. So I wanted to go back to that question because it was such an important question that so many people ask, and it's a problem that so many people have, whether you are working on a job, trying to start a business on the side, or whether you are like 100% all in, especially if you 100% all in. Okay? So, matter of fact, for those of you that are watching, here's what I want you to do, just for the purpose of gathering some data. Can you put in the comments, where are you in terms of your profession? Are you a W-2 employee, a 1099, or do you have an EIN, like a real business? We're going to use those like, what do you call those things? Not analogies, but yeah, I don't even know. How did I get here today? Lord have mercy. I want you to put in the comments, where are you? Are you a W-2, 1099, or do you have an EIN, like a real business? Now, when I say EIN, I'm not talking about you being a 1099. I'm talking about, do you have a LLC? Maybe that should be the abbreviation. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So we're going to use like abbreviations. I'm struggling today. Abbreviations. If you're all the above, put all the above. If you're a W-2, a 1099, and an EIN or LLC or Inc., INC, if you're an incorporation, let me know. Let me know. Because here's what I want to explain to you. If you are a W-2 employee only, and your goal is to be a business owner, or your goal is to own an organization like a nonprofit, a 501c3. Say what? Yeah, why? Say what? I know. I got all kind of stuff going on, don't I? Like I got all They laughing at me, y'all. I got a sty on my eye. I got medicated ointment on my eye. My nose stopped up. I mean, it's like, come on. But guess what? I'm here. One thing about me, I'm going to show up. It don't matter. I'm going to show up. With a hospital gown on it. Can y'all imagine I'm sitting here? Matter of fact, if I was at the hospital, I'd be like, y'all need to bring the cameras over there. Or I just jump out the hospital bed. So anyway, if you're a W-2 employee and you have a goal to transition into owning a business or a nonprofit organization, you can use the 1099 as a bridge, but you don't always necessarily have to, depending on the strategy that you're using, okay? If you are a 1099 and or a W-2, whether you're one or both, your goal should be to become a legitimate business owner, whether that's an LLC or an incorporation. Your goal should be to reach that point and to transition your W-2 and your 1099 over. But even while you're waiting to transition full time into business or ministry or ownership, let's say, while you're waiting for that transition to take place permanently, you still want to use the business as leverage for the W-2 and for the 1099. This is why I talk so much about business ownership. This is why I take so much time to really deep dive into the philosophies, the principles, and the practices of business ownership. Because if you have a W-2 and or if you have a 1099, the way you're being taxed with these two and the limitations concerning business that you have with these two, that can be leveraged and hedged with a real legitimate business. That's why you got to make that transition even before you become a full-time business owner. Now, if you're following along with me and you understand what I'm saying, I know you're in agreement with me. If you're trying to follow along and you don't understand what I'm saying, it's because you need to educate yourself more. It's because you need to hear this message more. It's because you need to learn more so that you can understand all this stuff that I'm talking about. So let's say if you are already a business owner, let's say if you already have an organization, then guess what? I'm going to take you back to the conversation we had Friday, because one of our viewers asked the question, what should I be thinking about doing first when I start my business or my organization? What should I do, let's say, within the first 90 days? Well, I gave a simple answer by saying, sell something. That's what you need to be focused on. You need to be focused on selling something. But now the next question is, well, what I'm going to sell, dog? I ain't got nothing. Like, what I'm going to sell? I can't sell these network marketing products. Ain't nobody buying them. I'm trying to sell my little products and services. Ain't nobody buying them. Well, you got to put yourself through a business process. Or I'll be talking about this in our next mastermind. You got to go through what I refer to as the three phases of business success. The first phase is the building phase. The second phase is the blossom phase. The third phase is the breakout phase. But if you had to break those things down into certain mechanics, I give you those in the first 5 steps or the first 5 actions in business. Because this is where all of you who want to be entrepreneurs, who are entrepreneurs, this is where all of you should be spending most of your time. Like, if it's nothing else I talk about this week, these first 5 actions in business should be enough for you to click that link and purchase our business coaching mastermind, the virtual business coaching mastermind. The good thing about it is, for those of you that do purchase it, you're going to get this manual, this workbook that we have with all this information. You're going to get the 4-hour video training that I did with this mastermind, but you're also going to have a link for our upcoming live virtual business coaching mastermind in August. So basically, you can sign up for the upcoming one, and while you're waiting for the one in August, you can start taking this one and learning this information. So when you get to August, you're able to ask the right questions. You're able to get feedback. You're able to mingle and connect and network with other people. You got to be willing to do this. A young man said that to me yesterday, and I was like, oh my God. He said, it's one thing to be able to do something. He said, but it's a whole nother thing to be willing to do what you're able to do. So you might be able to be a part of our mastermind. You might be able to sign up today to join us in person and to take the current one that we have available. But are you willing? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to take the time out to get really good at what you know is going to be your key to financial freedom, to building wealth, to building a legacy. Because at some point, you're going to have to learn this stuff if you're going to be successful. At some point, you got to learn this stuff if you're going to build wealth. Ain't no other way around it. I done tried all the shortcuts. For years, I've tried shortcuts. I've tried everything. My little sister always tell me, she say, Moan, listen, I'm glad you succeeded. But if you wouldn't have succeeded, it wouldn't have been your fault, because you done tried every doggone thing under the sun. But guess what? I just keep pushing. I'll keep pressing because I'm able and I'm willing. So again, if you want to know what you should be doing with your business, if you got a business, especially if your business is your only means of income right now. If your business is your only means of income and you are not a part of a business coaching program, if you do not have a business consultant, if you're not a part of a group or mastermind, like $30 for you to sign up and be in that group is nothing for you. Like that should be, you spend that at Applebee's. You spend that at Old Charlie's. You definitely gonna spend it if you come up here. If you go to New York Prime or, you know, like you gonna spend it. You'll spend it at Cheesecake Factory. Only place you're not gonna spend $30 at to eat is Geno's. Geno's Pizza. You can get you a $2 piece of pizza. My personal assistant talking about every time she says she gonna take me out to eat, she hollering about Geno's. Like, Dad, I want to take you out to eat. Where we going? Geno's. Ain't nobody going to buy no $5 plate. Yeah. But then when I say I'm gonna take you out, oh, where we going? Yeah. We going with some. I want to that day I take you out. You want a whole meal. The day you take me out, you just snacking that day. Like, yeah, I ain't too hungry today. Y'all a mess. If any of you have any questions so far, I want you to drop the questions in the comments. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Am I just up here just wasting my breath talking, or do you really understand what I'm saying? Because if you want to be in business, if you're already in business, please hear me. Stop playing games. Your business is not going to take off because you want it to take off. Nothing is going to happen just because you want it to happen. And all you saints, Christians, believers, just because you praying for God to do it don't mean God going to do it. Because what if God doesn't want to do it for you? What if God wants to do it through you? What if he wants you to take action and he anoints your action? What if he wants you to pursue and he anoints your pursuit? What if he wants you to step in it and he anoints your steps? The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Okay, well, if God orders the steps, you still got to take them. God ain't going to order the steps and take them. Dog, I know God be like, well, dog, what you going to do? Ain't you going to do something in the deal? So you got to be willing to do it. And again, if running a business is your full-time job right now, if all you do is run a business or an organization, a nonprofit, guess what? What I'm talking about, you should be doing every day. And these first 5 actions in business should be the most important mastermind solutions, strategies, and secrets that you implement. So I don't know if y'all heard me Friday talk about that. But if you want to know what you need to do to make money, because that's what I said Friday. If you got a holding company, if you got an LLC, if you a independent contractor, I don't care if you just got a side hustle. What is the first thing that you should be doing? Like, what are the first steps you should be taking? At least within the first 90 days of you saying, I'm ready to go. Well, I got 5 for you. Let me go back to these 5. You got to filter and form your products and services. Somebody can put that in the comments, because I be repeating myself over and over again, hoping that somebody catch it. So Ramon, how am I going to sell something? Like, I don't know how to sell. How am I going to sell something? Well, before you get to the sale part, let's get to the product and service part. Let's filter and form our products and services. Okay? So how are you going to filter and form your products and services? Okay? Here is how you do it. Filtering and forming your products and services describes the creative process for taking your ideas and your concepts and converting them into products and services that can be introduced and exchanged in the marketplace. This is the first thing that you need to do. And guess what? If you have a business, this is the first thing you should be doing today. If you're not making money today, you need to go back to this step. If you can't call people and they buy something today, let's go back to, let's filter and form our products and services. Let's do that. Okay, let's go through this creative process. Okay, so how am I gonna filter and form my products and services? Well, here's how you're gonna do it. You're gonna take your ideas and concepts. Think about your ideas and concepts. And you're gonna figure out, how can I move idea and concept into product and service? So here are some questions that you need to ask yourself. Question number 1. What are your core competencies? Is that too big of a word? You know, that's one of our core values. Focus on your core competencies. So when I say, that's one of our 5 core values. When I say focus on your core competencies, this is what I'm saying. Focus on your gifts, talents, skills, what you good at. Focus on what you good at. So you need to write a list down of your gifts. What are you gifted in? What are you talented in? What skill sets do you have? Okay, gifts, talents, and skills. Gifts, talents, and skills. God-given gifts, natural talents, and maybe learned or developed skills. Let's put a list together. Can we do that? Yeah. I ain't even gonna get past this one today, because you need to focus on this. You need to focus on filtering and forming your products and services. Filtering and forming your products and services. Okay? So you're gonna ask yourself the question, what are my core competencies? Like, what am I gifted at? What am I talented in? What am I really skilled in? What are my ideas? What ideas do I have? What concepts that are in my mind that I can write down, and let's see if they align with my gifts. Can you get me some water? Yes. Thank you. I think I drunk that too. I'm trying to keep myself not dehydrated. I'm trying to keep myself hydrated. Okay, so think about your gifts, your talents, and your skills. But I want you to look at the ideas and concepts that you have. Let me give you an example. If I have an idea to record an album, let's say if I have an idea to record an album because I'm watching too many YouTube videos. Well, the idea may sound good, but it doesn't match any of my core competencies. I can't sing. I can't rap. I don't have bars. I don't know verses and hooks and choruses. Like, it's just like, it's an idea I just need to scrap and keep moving. Like, why am I wasting time on the idea to start to record an album when I ain't even got the gifts or the talents or the skills for that? But now if I have an idea, watch this. If I have an idea to start a program about business, or to record a video a course or video program on financial literacy or investing or something, guess what? I can actually execute that idea because I'm gifted and talented and skilled in communication, in education, and when it comes to business and financial literacy. So you see how my ideas are actually in alignment with my gifts, my talents, and my skills. So you right here hollering about, I'm finna start a restaurant. I mean, you're not that good at cooking though. So if you're honest with yourself, you're like, wait a minute, my cooking good to me and my spouse, but are they just capping? Do the kids like you need to do a tester before you start a restaurant? Or do you even need to start a restaurant? Do you need a food truck? Do you need a food truck? Do you just need to find places that you could be a vendor to see if people actually like your food? So you got to look at your core competencies, and you got to be honest, and you got to get an honest assessment and honest feedback from people, because a lot of entrepreneurs, let me tell you a mistake a lot of entrepreneurs make. I see it all the time. And my personal assistant, she'll be able to tell you what the phrase is that I use. What do people provide for entrepreneurs most of the time when they start a business? What do I say? People are going to give them.
What they're going to give.
Yeah, if you come, let's say if I come to the church, or I come around a group of people I know and I say I'm selling t-shirts or selling hats, and I want you. No, I'm saying, what kind of support are they going to give you? I'm looking for the key word. See if you can remember. What kind? Close. She said pity. What kind of support do people give you?
Oh, that it is the pity.
Sympathy.
Sympathy. Yeah, it is the sympathy. And they're gonna
sympathy.
buy it, yeah.
People are going to give you, oh, this so cute. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, wow. You're going to just buy one out of sympathy. But 3 months later, ain't nobody buying it no more. This is with products and services.
Yeah, that's good.
Because you don't really know if your product good or your service good until you got people who don't know you asking for it. So a lot of times you get sympathy support, don't you? You get sympathy support. Oh yeah, that's good. Or somebody come cut your grass. Oh, cause I done been through that. I remember I had somebody come cut my grass when we had our house. They came out there. They said, oh, I got a lawn company. I was like, oh, okay. I'm just trying to be a blessing to them. So I say, well, I want you to come out next week. We set the date and everything. So I was like out and about. So when I pull up, they pulling a push mower out the back of the truck.
Oh my God.
You know a push mower.
Yeah.
But you know how big our yard was at that house. We had 2 acres. But I had a push mower in the garage. I'm thinking you finna come out there with a big rider or something, you know what I mean? Because they like, oh, I got a real, and here's what's worse. I'm telling you no lie. I know they not watching me because they don't fool with me no more. But they pull like the push mower. They like when I pull up in the driveway, they trying to pull the push mower out, out of the back of the truck. Number one, that was problem number one. I was like, oh, okay, so you got a ride? And they was like, yeah, but somebody else got the rider today. I was like, oh, okay, so this might just be a one and done. But then it got worse. So I was like, so y'all gonna be able to do the edges? So they pulled an electric edger out. Like, how you gonna now you gotta use my electricity to you get what I'm saying? So they got paid for a sympathy job. That was the first and last time they ever came over to do my yard. Because that really wasn't a core competency. You shouldn't have been doing it. You just had a good idea. Oh, I can get me about 5 yards, get me $100 a yard, I make $500 a week. That mess don't work. It's all hypothetical. It's all hypothetical. Listen, y'all, if you listening to me and you really don't get offended but take heed to what I'm saying, I guarantee you're gonna win. I guarantee you're going to win. Because, see, I don't take those hypothetical, ideological, unrealistic approaches to business. I don't do that. I don't do that. The people who work around me, they will tell you, there might be some things I might throw some spaghetti on the wall and see what's going to stick. But the core, like the core of my business, the core of my organization, is built on the right data. It's built on the right information. It's built on the right systems and the right processes, and a lot of work that you put in to get down to the analytics of what we know can work so we can be as close as we possibly can to doing what we do best and doing it right. So again, how do you filter and form your products and services? Well, you got to take your core competencies, your gifts, your talents and skills, and then you see what kind of ideas you got for that. Here's the next question you need to ask yourself. Once I take my ideas and my ideas and I start converting them into products and services. So like, for example, if I have an idea to start a new course and I want this course to be on something relating to what I'm already teaching. Well, I know it aligns with my core competencies because I'm gifted, talented, and skilled in business or financial literacy or economics, right? So the next question is, how can they be packaged? Can they be packaged in the form of products, in the form of services, in the form of ideas, and or in the form of concepts? So for example, you might have an idea that you can convert into a product or service that you yourself may not provide. It may just be a product and service that you're able to outsource to someone else. So the question is, how can what my idea is be packaged? A lot of times we spin our wheels trying to package things to work for us, when if you package it right, it might not work for you, but it might work for somebody else. And you're able to get some meat off that bone. You're able to net a return on the investment of your time that you spent getting the idea and packaging it in the form of a product or a service. So if I took the idea to do a course to teach on a certain thing, and then I packaged it in the form of a product that I can present to you, then my next question is, are these products and services relevant in today's post-pandemic market? That's the next question. Are they relevant? And you may be asking, what do you mean relevant? Like, I be talking to some people, it's 2021, and they got ideas to start a business in 2021, and that business is so outdated. It's like, you should have been doing that in like 94. That's when that was popping. You can't start that business in 2021 and think you're going to make money. But you got to take a realistic approach. You got to be real. Is it relevant in today's post-pandemic market? There are a lot of things that are not relevant today. So now you got to look at, is it a brick and mortar product and service? Is it a stick and stone product and service? Or is it non-essential or outdated? So there are a lot of products and services that are really not brick and mortar. Like, let me give you an example. And I think I've given this example a couple times. When we decided that we was going to take like our t-shirts and our hats and our apparel, stuff that got like RP on it and Next Level, stuff that represents certain brand names that we have in our ecosystem. When we decided that we wanted to sell some of that stuff, I already knew out the gate that I wasn't going to try to have no doggone retail store selling Next Level apparel. Like, for what? Number one, it's just a waste of time, okay, to be trying to sell $15, $20 shirts, okay? Number one, it's just a waste of time. I'm not going to build a business model around it. Number two, it was worth having these products because these products were more so promotional items for our organization. So when you see me wearing the Next Level hat and Next Level hoodie, or you see me wearing hats and shirts with my RP business brand logo on it, I'm just promoting the business. Like the other week, when me and my wife, mom, when we went to Miami the other week, every time we fly to Miami, I'm just comfortable because we got to go through TSA. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm just comfortable. I'm wearing a hat and I'm wearing a hoodie because I want to be comfortable, because when I get on that plane, I'll be ready to go to sleep or watch a movie. A hoodie. Huh? Yeah, it's okay, but it ain't really hot on the airplane. You 40,000 up, feet up in the air. It's cool. The air is blowing. You just relaxing, sit back, and I be first class because she done got spoiled. That's all she want is first class now. But here's my point. We got to the TSA line, and the TSA officer was like, "Oh man, like, is that a brand?" I was like, "Yeah, this mine." But I get that question all the time because people be looking like they see the next level. They don't know what it is. They be trying to figure out like, wow, who brand that is. But that's why I do it. If for nothing else, you got to go to my website. You got to go to my IG. So he was like, "What's your Instagram?" It's a line of people. We TSA finna take off our shoes. This dude trying to find a piece of paper to write down my Instagram at, because he like, "Oh man, I got to get me one of them, man. That thing look fly." The hoodie, he was like, "I got to get one." I mean, we talking about $40. The hoodie is $39.99. However, the TSA officer at Hartsfield Jackson ain't asking everybody that question. He see thousands of people a day. But he stopped and asked me. My point is, because it's 1 o'clock, what is my point? Here's my point. My point is this. We knew having our apparel line was not as important as just having promotional items that made up apparel. And instead of having a brick and mortar, like a store you walk into, just paying money for nothing, we just had an online store. So you can literally go to Ramoneprestonbrands.com, Ramoneprestonbrands.com, shameless plug, Ramoneprestonbrands.com, and that's our store. So if you want to purchase one of our promotional items that represent a brand in our ecosystem, you don't have to come to a physical location. And guess what? When you purchase a hoodie, when you purchase a shirt, when you purchase a hat, when you purchase a tumbler, when you purchase a household item or something that's on that store, guess what? I don't have to go in the other room and have my staff stop doing what they doing so they can mail out a doggone $20 hat. You get what I'm saying? Because it's all automated. So these are the things that you got to think about when you starting your business. Because some of you might be running a business and it should be an automated business. It shouldn't even be a business that you wasting a whole lot of time on. I do the same thing with my books. I'm not going to be around here just mailing books every day. Oh, we got 2 people that bought a book. We finna mail it. Now, when I get to a point where we got like 10,000 square feet, and we got a warehouse, and we got a distribution center, that money can be allocated back to the house where we don't have to give Amazon 40%. I ain't gonna say nothing about Amazon because Jeff Bezos trying to get to space too. So I hope I made sense with that first one. I'm gonna talk about the other ones this week too. But if you have a business or if you want to start a business, start there. Because my answer to that question was, what can I do if I have a business to make money? Well, you got to sell some stuff. That's the only way you're going to make money. Getting a loan is not making money. You know, grandma giving you a couple $100 to hold you for a week, that ain't making money. Somebody letting you borrow $1,000, that ain't making money. Getting a credit card in the business name, that ain't making money. Getting a trade line or a U line, people be doing all this stuff. You're not making money. You're not making money doing that. So you got all these credit cards in your business name. Don't mean your business making money. See, I done did all that. I've had credit cards in my business name. I've had trade lines. I've had all that crap. Ain't none of that make my business no doggone money. And the people who saying that, they're either limited in their understanding of business or they're just trying to sell themselves to make you think they actually know what they talking about. But if you dig deep into their business, they probably ain't making no real money. That's why they saying that. I guarantee it. Because anybody that's making real money in their business, anybody, they're not going to keep telling you to do everything except make money in your business if they're making money. So if you really want to make money because you want financial freedom, you want to build wealth, you want a legacy for you and your family, and you know it's going to come through business, guess what? That's the first thing you're going to have to do. There are other things I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to wait until tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Here's what I want you to do. If you want all of this teaching And I have about 4 to 5 hours of teaching on these subjects, because all this information that you're listening to, this information is all in our recent business coaching mastermind. And not only is the information there, almost 5 hours of video training, teaching with me, I'm doing it, but you get the handout, and guess what? If you take advantage of the offer, I'm giving you this and the upcoming business coaching mastermind that we're going to be hosting on Saturday, August the 21st. I'm giving it to you for $29.99. There's a link in this video. You can literally click that link and you can purchase it for that price. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up on here. Where is that? Do I have access to that? Let me see. Walla Walla. Oh, Ramonepreston.com. Let me go to Ramonepreston.com, see if I can pull it up. Ramonepreston. All you got to do is click the link if you're listening to me. That's all you have to do. Ramonepreston.com, live and virtual events. So you said I can just click that link right here to the virtual.
Yes.
And voila, you get access to that. It says August 2021. It says August 2021 live virtual business coaching mastermind. If you click on there, you're going to see. I'm trying to see if I can find. I don't even know how to find that. I just wanted to show them that. Yeah, like, wow. You're just struggling today. It's okay. Yeah. So again, you could get that for $29.99. And what you're getting when you sign up is you're going to get access to our August 2021 Business Coaching Mastermind. Yeah. That's going to be a live event Saturday, August 21st from 12 to 4. If you can't make it on the virtual live, you're still going to have access to it, and you can always come back and watch the replay. But while you're waiting for that event to happen, you're also going to have access with that link. When you purchase it, you're going to have access to. Yes, thank you. I just remember that. You're also going to have access to the recent coaching mastermind that we hosted, that teaches you all of what I'm talking about this week, about the first 5 actions you need to take in business. We talk about financial literacy, goal setting. Oh my God, we talk about so much in this mastermind. It's ridiculous. Almost 5 hours of teaching and training. And for those of you that sign up for the upcoming mastermind, even though you're going to get access to the last mastermind, we're going to add to this a free virtual coaching and consulting Q&A. So what that means is, once the event in August ends, we're going to send you a link to an exclusive coaching and consulting virtual Q&A, where I'm going to host it, and you're basically going to have access to come on. And it's going to be somewhat of a follow-up from the mastermind, but it's going to be an opportunity for you to ask questions, for you to get more feedback, for you to maybe get an assessment for your business or your financial situation, so that we can decide and determine like what direction you need to go, what resources you need. It's a lot of information. Like, I have a big goal this year, and this goal is like a part of our whole organization, and we want to reach a lot of people this year. We want to help a lot of people, and we're moving in that direction every day. So for those of you that need more information, if you have questions or concerns or things that you just need more understanding on, look in the comments, call one of the numbers that are that's in the comments, or just text whatever the item is that you need more information on. We'll reach out to you. We'll answer your question. And maybe you're just at a point to where you're like, you know what? I don't even have to ask a question. I don't even know if I just need the mastermind. I might need coaching. If you want coaching, we have a 1-year business coaching program available. We have a blueprint game plan. It's an online business and financial training program. All of our coaching clients, by the way, get free access to our blueprint, and all of our coaching clients attend all of our business coaching masterminds for free. So if you consider our coaching program, you're going to have me and my team with you for 1 year, 1 whole year. And guess what? You're going to get free access to our blueprint game plan and free access to all of our business coaching masterminds. But at the least, hey, you spend $30, you can get almost 10 hours of all this information. You're going to learn a lot. I know the stuff that I'm teaching is game changing. Okay, so let your boy know what we can do to help you, to serve you, to provide more information to you. Love y'all. Hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Ramonepreston Show.